welcome RevTwo.
Go ahead, Bill.
You guys can do better than that. We're the only daddy-daughter team here, so come on, that gives us a special props, I think. I'm Dale Calder, a serial entrepreneur, professional glutton for punishment. This is my daughter, Ashley Calder. And we're here to talk about my third startup, her first startup, RevTwo. Now, believe it or not, there's a backstory on that. Anyway, so you have to ask me or provide me a beer later, I'll be glad to provide it for you. So anyway, what RevTwo is a SaaS product that actually figures out what's wrong with products and fixes it for you. It's like magic. If you have an issue, push a button, goes to the cloud, 5 seconds later, solution's in your pocket, and we fix it. That's what RevTwo is. Can you hit the next slide, please? How do we do this? We cheat. So today, all support systems are built based on humans providing support to you. So when you call up, they answer questions, they ask you a bunch of questions, they use their brains, they try to figure stuff out. We knew there was a better way. We're in a world now where all the products are connected, they all have data. So what we do is we suck the data up right as the question is submitted. And so all the possible information that an agent would normally look at, we pull it together and then we submit that into an AI. And our AI takes kind of like an expert view at it. It looks at it in one snapshot, figures out what the right solution is, or figures out it doesn't know what the right solution is, and then sends that solution back to you so that it can actually fix your issue. And all that can happen without a single human getting involved. It never goes home at night, never gets tired, never gets cranky. It always learns, always gets better. So next slide, please. And furthermore, unlike a chatbot, you don't have to detect whether you're getting annoyed because we never ask you a question. The only thing we do is send you the solution to your issue. So with that, I think Miss Ashley is going to take over.
All right.
One more thing here I meant to say. Oh. Sorry about that. I forgot I had another slide. So we work with basically products that are smart.
Wow.
So they have some sort of CPU in them, they have some sort of connection, some data source. You know, it's generally not such a unusual situation nowadays where products are smart, so we can work from MRI machines all the way to consumer products. Now Ashley is going to provide a demo,
All right.
and I shall hand you the mic.
Thank you. Once I flip over here, let's make this nice and big for you all. All right, so who here has had a painful support experience? Probably everybody. You call in, you wait on hold, you answer the same questions over and over again. It sucks. So let's play a game. We've got about 3 minutes here. Solve 3 support questions in those 3 minutes using our AI. So this demo here is a connected smart product. In this case, we've got this nice pair of headphones. So let's say I'm ready to start using my headphones, but they're not showing up in the app. Instead of calling support, let's just ask our AI by hitting this button here. And what this does is it packages up data from the app and the registered device, and it sends it up to our AI via an API call. And our AI then diagnoses the data and immediately sends back this nice solution that's telling us that we need to turn on our Bluetooth. So if I go ahead and flip over here into my settings app, I can turn on my Bluetooth and voila, be up and running and listening to my music again. So let's give these over to Dale.
I'm running away with them.
Okay.
I've always admired them.
I know, they're so nice. So as he starts getting away, I'm now experiencing connectivity issues again. So in this case, it's the same symptom, it's the same problem, and I'd probably describe it the same way, but the solution is going to be different because the issue is actually fundamentally different, and therefore the data is different. So if we go ahead and hit this nice button here and query our AI, it's smart enough to know that the problem is actually an intermittent connectivity issue, and I need to be closer to start listening to my headphones again. So that's 2 down, 1 to go, and all of that faster than it would take to find the phone number for calling support. So the solution that the AI sends back can be anything. It can be a video, it can be a PDF, something from a user manual, or whatever makes sense for your product. But it could also be something more active and something that is more deeply connected to the device or the app. And we call those active solutions. So I've got this new feature down here for music sharing. Unfortunately, I'm getting a weird unknown error. So let's go ahead and ask our AI. And within seconds, I get my solution back. In this case, I'm telling me to update my firmware on my headphones. And if I hit this nice button, it's going to kick off some code in the app, and I can go ahead and do that update. So now I can use my new feature. So there you go. We've got our 3 customer solutions solved within 3 minutes, and all of that was done with our AI. Any questions?
Please.
So do we need to have your, well, how do we run it inside the phone, or does it have to, and 2 questions. So do we need to have anything on the phone, and also do you have a list of supported devices, or?
So we have a couple of different ways. Oh, sorry. We have a couple of, right there.
Yeah.
We have
One
a couple of different ways to make it. So first of all, we build into your product. So for an app, we have something called a product extension. It's basically a library that support enables, or let's say autonomously support enables your product. So you add that to your app, and then the rest of it is configured at the cloud level, and we act as your support center effectively. And if you're dealing with a big machine, we have a standalone application that would run on the machine, but for consumer products, it's built in. Yes, please.
On the back end, what are you ingesting? This isn't just a textual knowledge base, is it? You need something?
No, it's much more clever. So every time we get an issue, the issue comes in, well, it can either come in with a payload that's data, or it's effectively the same sort of stuff an agent would ask to collect that information. So it can either be provided as a product from the product, or we can go grab it in a cloud, maybe even from an IoT system like the one you saw before, and then we package that together and submit it into our AI. So it goes to 2 places.
So the first request you get, then there wouldn't be any information to query, would there?
That's correct. So when we first come into the system, before it's trained, this information is going to go to 2 places. It's going to go into the model. The model's going to realize it's not ready to solve anything. It's going to pass it through.
I see.
But one more, it goes into our issue repository. So we keep a track of all issues from all time and the data associated with that. And then we have an element in the cloud we call a training center, where we start to go in and assign solutions to the issues we've seen, and then that is used for the model.
So where you're most effective then is where it's a high percentage of repeat issues, right?
Typically, and most things are that way. So the way that someone deploys it, they knock off the first 30 issues, then they knock off the next 10 or 15, then the next 10 or 15, and ultimately the thing's handling 75% of the load.
And what's the business model?
So the business model is we have two basic approaches, and again, remember, we're selling also to guys that make giant equipment. So big stuff, like MRIs or industrial machines. We provide a solution, we call it co-pilot mode, where a lot of our customers have 3,500 people in their support and service organizations. So RevTwo does the issue troubleshooting and diagnostic, and we pass that through to them. And for that, we charge $135K a year plus $25K per product that they put on the system. The second mode is, we call it autonomous mode. So we base it on ticket collection. So for the number of issues that RevTwo handles, we charge about $20K per a person's workload of tickets for that particular product line.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Yes, please.
So is this a consumer app out now? And how many products are compatible right now?
So we sell to the guys that make products. So we're effectively an arms dealer. So we would provide our product into your product, and then RevTwo will handle all your support needs in AI versus in people. So we have about 10 customers today, so we're a new company. And we're just, the biggest customer we have is a company called Electron, and they make big testing machines for factories.
And when they sign up, so is it an app the consumer downloads on their phone?
It gets built into their product, however their products deliver. So if their product has an app, like this was like a Bose type of example, we would be built into the Bose user app. So RevTwo is hiding in stealth mode inside the app.
Thank you.
Thank you.